Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card out is King of Wands. And Queen of Cups. All right. I'm seeing you do something that's more like internally motivated than anything. King of Wands is when you need to take initiative, or when it's like nobody's here to do this except for you. So if you want this done, you're gonna have to do it yourself. There's not really anybody else for the job. Having Queen of Cups here though, and also Nine of Cups, you can be taking action based off of something that you want. But Nine of Cups is like a deep wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is less something on the surface level, and it's more so like, I know what's in alignment for me and I'm clear on that, and I'm going to take action based off of this like intuitive and emotional truth of mine, this internal truth of mine. But King of Wands is feeling like you may need to show up in sort of a full way. Because King of Wands is like energy behind what you're doing, and it's passion behind what you're doing. But it also feels like doing this for more internal reasons than anything. Like, this is the right thing to do, or this is what I need to do, or I feel like this is right for me. It'll be like that type of thing. So it's less based off of external cues and more based off of internal ones. I get the feeling of you being sure of yourself. This is harmony. This feels like it goes along with everything else. Like, I'm not seeing this be anything that would introduce conflict. If anything, I'm seeing these parts of yourself be working in a very congruent way. Some of you, this can be reflective of a relationship that you have with somebody. It doesn't have to manifest like that, but it can. I'm seeing a poodle here. There's a reflection for sure on the right way to do something. Meaning, there's a type of peace that you want. Peace that comes from there being congruence and there being harmony within your life. Like, this is what's going on here, and then I'm going to take action based off of, like, in a way that's reflective of that. Where I'm really connected with my heart space. Having Six of Pentacles come out and having Hermit, this is about you looking over a relationship of sorts. This can be a relationship that you have between these two aspects of yourself. This can also be a relationship that you have with another person. For some of you, there's going to be a conversation that you have with them. I'm seeing Virgo here. You can know that it's on you to do something, but you could just be figuring out what you want to do in this scenario before you do something about it. That you can be taking it upon yourself, like, I really need to think about this so I can move forward with it. There was another reading I did that ended with the Eight of Wands. It was a reading that started with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and also Five of Pentacles in that reading that I did. Okay. I'm seeing you think about something that's connected with what you want in order to move forward. This can also be what you need from an emotional standpoint as well, so you can enjoy things like functioning the way that they're supposed to. But I'm also seeing too at the same time 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So there's going to be something going on that maybe something hadn't been working the way that you expected it to or wanted it to in the past. But I'm also seeing too, it seems like there's potentially a new chapter that you're going to start with you and somebody that you're close with, or you and this part of yourself, where there can be more emotional congruence now. Know too that this can also be something that's reflected in a relationship. All of this energy is going to be something that you're dealing with within yourself, where, like, let's say that you have certain emotional wants, desires, needs, things like that that's connected with your Queen of Cups energy. King of Wands is like, how do I go about providing that for myself? Or how do I go about like advocating for myself in this relationship where I'm trying to communicate with this person, like, this is what I want, or this is what I need on an emotional level. Like, I need more intimacy, or like, I want to check in more, like, whatever it is that sort of you're looking for. But knowing too that you have to be the one to initiate this, even if you're working with another person, to be like, I've thought about this is what I'm looking for, do you think we can work this out? Like, that type of thing that would need to be done. And that also means too that there's a part of you that's sort of working on the behalf of your Queen of Cups energy. So it starts with you and yourself here in the relationship, so you can feel like I'm equally like taking action and also receiving what I need here on an emotional level. I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about what I want and what I need with both of these aspects of my energy, and then I'm going about doing something about it. Because maybe you're looking at something and being like, this doesn't feel balanced for me, or I have these unmet needs, and I'm checking in with this part of myself and realizing like I want these things, and if I have these things, or if we're able to do this in the relationship, I can enjoy this more, I can be more present, or I'll feel like I'm connected with what I'm needing. And then it's going to allow things to function a lot more better between you and this person. But knowing that you're going to have to take action on behalf of this part of yourself in order to get this to work. Because there may be things that are going on, and I'm not seeing this be like it's your fault or anything like that, but it looks like there's some stuff going on that may be important to you, and maybe you haven't emphasized those things or communicated those things, or this other person has a different love language. It can be stuff like that where you can be like, I had different expectations. This can be voicing then those expectations that you have. Rather than setting yourself up to be disappointed, it's communicating like, hey, this is important to me within the relationship, and like send a request to this person about that. Like, would we be able to do that? Can that be like a need that you can meet for me? Like those types of things. Like, feels like sort of collaborating, working with this person. This is motivated by you saying, I will feel valued if we can have a relationship like this. And because you're also valuing this more sort of like sensitive emotional side of yourself, it's allowing you to feel then like the needs of that part of you are being met, and that being important. Like, I'm doing some honest self-reflection here about my emotional needs, or hearing my partner communicate that with me, like they're asking me to be present here, and I feel like I can show up and give that to them, and that can be a way that I'm expressing how much I care for this person. You know, it can be like that sort of thing. I do feel strongly like this is motivated from or by something that was feeling like upsetting or sad or disappointing, or like I don't want it to be like this. It feels like it's motivated by that, like motivated more so by something like unpleasant or unwanted, like I'm not really getting what I need, or I thought that they were going to do this and then they didn't. You know, it can be like that type of thing. Or this feels like you being like, okay, I'm having an issue here, I'm going to reflect on it, and then I'm going to be able to properly express that to this person, and then it feels very much like things are working then again between you and this person. But this starting off with not King of Pentacles, with King of Wands shows you have to be the one to take initiative, because these are about your values. So let's say like maybe the other person is like their needs are being met, so they're fine with things, but you're like, this doesn't feel balanced to me, or I feel like I'm not getting certain things that I need. And so because it's your needs, you have to be the one to initiate this and do something about it. Like bring it to this person's attention, you know? And then I'm seeing that it looks like this is going to lead to sort of like a new chapter, or like the next chapter with you and this person, where it can feel like you're not repeating the same thing with them, because you're explaining this to them, because you're voicing it to them. And also too, because you took the time to reflect on this yourself, to know sort of what to then communicate. Like, this is what I want, you know, or this is what I need, or I would really enjoy this, like that type of thing that you would be expressing. And this is like you doing your end of that and saying, hey, I'm looking for this from you, and then allowing them to meet you in that place. But it's like, if you don't do that, they're like not knowing where to meet you, and then you're like, you didn't meet me, and it's like, you didn't tell them where to meet you though. So it feels very much like doing that, like doing your end of things, especially if you're the one that you're looking for something from this person. I'm seeing Virgo here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.